Right. I've got Rich Moncrief here, the training manager at Eds Ice Optics, and Rich is going to take the time to explain to us their Rapid Z reticles, which are an easy way to calculate holdover. So Rich,
sure thing.
Take it away.
Absolutely. What we've got are 4 different patterns of the Rapid Z reticle. It's a really, really great solution for long distance shooting. The Rapid Z 600, for example, would be great for your more common hunting calibers, your 270s, your 30-06 loads, a lot of the common rounds that we use, whitetail deer, for example, really anything you want to shoot out to 600 yards, the capability to do that. We also have a Rapid Z 800, great for short action magnums, those sorts of rounds. They can push a little bit further. Some of the hotter regular loads will also work out there as well, not a problem at all. Our Rapid Z 1000, that's a little bit different of an animal, if you will. That's really well suited for 308, especially 168 to 175 grain ball, different bullet styles, that we work with there. It cause a little bit different of a sight in, but still a great solution for the 308 shooter. And finally, a Rapid Z Varmint, which is a really, really nice setup for guys who shoot 22-250, some 204 loads back and forth there. It's got some nice features to it. Regardless of the reticle, you've got a holdover feature. You've got numbers next to the lines, very fast and intuitive to pick those up instead of trying to count the lines on some of the non-numbered systems out there. You've got windage lines for 5 and 10 miles per hour. Hypothetically, if your laser rangefinder died or anything happened with that, you've got a very easy to use milling system. That's a bit, well, I'd say a lot easier to use than the MilDOT system if you had to use it.
So each one of those is like 2 inches?
Sure, you've got 2 inches between each line. Let's take a common, very easy example of a white-tailed deer. We use this brisket of about 18 inches as a standard in North America. If I bracket them to say between 3 sets of those lines, 3, or I should say 6 into 18 is 3 times 100, he's 300 yards away. So that's if you had to use that, if anything happened with your laser rangefinder, for example. There's a calculation that you have to do with these. It's on our website. Or of course, you can give Zeiss a call. You'd have to set the scope to specific power, get the drop of the bullet to reconcile against the physical reticle pattern. It's very, very easy to do. You can always check it out at zeiss.com/sports or give us a call. Any of the folks in customer service or myself be happy to help you out to get that solution for you.
So you actually set the adjustment here, which allows this to follow the particular load or
sure.
Whatever it is that you're using. Nice here with a side focus and side parallax. Again, awfully nice scopes. I won't ask.
Yeah.
But really, really nice.
Sure.
Okay. Well, again, thank you, Rich. I really
pleasure.
appreciate you taking the time to talk to us.
My pleasure as always, Jack.
Right.
Thank you.
At the SHOT Show, we not only learn a lot about firearms and from the various manufacturers, but we have some fun. And Chiappa Firearms has Johnny Hotshot here. And Johnny Hotshot can do some pretty cool stuff with single action Colt. Why don't you show us, Johnny?
All right, Gene. I'll show you a few of the moves that I use the Chiappa Single Action Army, which is a historical reproduction of the Colt, so close that you could actually interchange parts with a Colt. But of course, when it comes to gunslinging, you got to have some of the moves. So I'll try some of these moves for you. You want to give me just a little bit of room?
I will do so, Johnny.
That's right. That's the gun right there, just so you get a good look at it. Of course, everybody starts with that back spin. You got to have that one right out of from when you were a kid doing cap guns. But then you want that forward roll, put those together, maybe take that thing over the top, or even toss that thing in the air. Now, there was cowboys that could do that. Toss that gun in the air and catch it. I remember watching them on TV. Maybe even stop that flip about halfway through for you. Toss it back the other way, or forget to stop and do a barrel tap. There you go. Once you got that, of course, you're going to want to play further with it. Maybe just try a move that's more myth than legend. I knew one good pistolero who could take that gun and balance it right on the palm of his hand. Yeah, you can change directions in mid-spin or just have fun. Let's see if we can get some of the nice flips for you. Woo! That's the Chiappa gun. Of course, some guys can do this with both guns, doing 2 guns, back spins, or opposite direction switch spins for you, or opposite direction rolls. That right there is using both sides of the brain. Keep you from doing crack, though. How about we get both guns flipping in the air? You probably want to edit that out, won't you, Gene?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Both guns in the air at the same time. And since nobody applauded for that, thank you very much. Jeez, you're a tough audience. Oh, no. This gun's so tough, you can drop these things on the ground and they will still lock up every time. But since you didn't like two guns in the air at the same time, here you go, gun juggling. Come on, let me hear ya. That's the way it goes. All right, now I'm gonna try one more trick for you before I send you down the road because I want to get another shot of bourbon. But the gun is not going to flip in the air with this trick. No, the gun's not going to flip in the air. What it is going to do, it's going to twist around in the air this way and this way. A spin and a twist over. I'm going to see if I can get this for you, and then you can slow it down and actually watch it later. All right, and here we go. See if I can get this clean. Woo! That's the way it was in the West. And if it wasn't, it should have been.
All right.
Thank you, folks.
Johnny Hotshot.
See you, Gene. Thanks for coming by.
All right.
Here with Deb Burns from Babes with Bullets and also the chair of the Women's Outdoor Media Association.
Well, Lene, of course, I got a chance with AGI to come and do some fun stuff with your group of ladies.
That's right.
And that was last spring, and we had so much fun doing a Handgun 101 program, even though it was a little cold.
A little chilly.
In Carson City, we had a blast. Our whole goal with Babes with Bullets is to take novice women with our World Handgun female instructors, and over 3 days, we basically teach them how to go from never having shot a gun before to being pretty competent with a gun from the holster and on the move. And that's what we do with Babes with Bullets. Of course, the Women's Outdoor Media Association was something we started now 3 years ago because we wanted stories about people like you.
And you.
And me, and women that hunt, women that fish, women that are in archery. And we wanted to get those stories to mainstream media so that they knew we're the other 50% of the demographic. I know you've got more female gunsmiths coming up.
We do.
We want to see more women know that we're there for them in their outdoor sports.
Excellent. And I must tell you that the AGI ladies had a blast out there. It was very cold. But one great philosophy that we all learned from Deb, and in fact we've been mentioning it all week, tell us about OPG, OPA.
OPG with OPA. I have it on my shirt, and it says there is no better thing in life than shooting other people's guns with other people's ammo.
And there we have it.
Well, we're taking the opportunity to have a chat with David Brinkmeyer, who's the chief engineer at Armalite, and one of my favorite kind of people. He's the chief engineer. And when we were out at the range day, I got a chance to shoot, among other things that were old friends, I got a chance to shoot the AR-30 in 338 Lapua. And when you take a look out here at this monster suppressor, it may look like it was built by the Bavarian Truck Works, but I'm here to tell you that it works. For a lightweight gun, if you're standing 5 feet away, you feel it, the gas pressure thump you in the sides. It is really, really effective, and pretty is as pretty does. So tell me a little, what's the gun weigh?
This gun here weighs about 12.1 pounds without any accessories. Of course, if you add a bipod or scope or anything else to it, it's going to raise the weight a little bit, but 12.1.
I think we're probably going to have to arrange for an eval on one of these.
All right, we can set that up.
That's lovely. Okay. Oh, while I'm talking about that, I just want to say hello and thank you to Dave Stagg, who is the main gunsmith out there at Armalite. Dave's helped me a lot over the years assembling things for projects on Armalite guns, And thanks, Dave. I appreciate it. So I don't know if he gets a lot of props on the camera, but he deserves one.
He does. He does. He works hard.
What else we have here?
Well, right here is our AR-50A1, the big brother to the AR-30.
More like granddad, I think.
Right, right. This is chambered in 50 BMG. This is actually our national match model we came out with for Shotshow this year. It has a little bit longer barrel, has a 33-inch barrel. It's been fluted, and we have a two-piece skid system, front and rear. They're parallel to each other, adjustable, and parallel to the bore. So when you have a match setup, you can, when you fire, it all recoils straight back as opposed to sliding backwards. So those are the main points on the 50A1 national match.
So when you're hunting those ground squirrels, the sapper models that like to do the bonsai charges, that's probably going to be pretty effective.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. What else do we have that's new?
We came out with our SPR Mod 1 mid-length this year. We released the carbine version last year. This is the mid-length 8-inch gas system. The significance of the SPR Mod 1 is the one-piece construction for the top rail, but the convenient part is the multi-piece rail system below. The 3, 6, and 9 o'clock rails are all interchangeable individually. You can take them out if you know you're not going to use any accessories on one side of the weapon. You can replace it with a smooth side. It reduces the profile of the weapon and also gives you a smooth spot to hang on to so you don't cut your hands or get irritated by the rails.
Do these come in shorter lengths too, or just full length only?
We have our 6-inch gas system model, so we do have one that's about 2 inches shorter.
Okay.
And they come in kits and rifles and complete uppers, so you can tailor it to any need you have.
Do you? Is that your sight?
No, this is the Arms 71 throw lever sights. When you buy the rifle, it comes with a set of these sights.
Very nice, very nice. All right, and I noticed you've got the bipods built in there.
Yes, this doesn't come standard. This is something we have on our website. We have an extensive online catalog. We have many other accessories. You can do a one-stop shopping. You can really
drain your wallet in a hurry.
Well,
I've been there, looked at that. That's the one the mama looks at that and says, you can't have that, you can't have that, and you can't have that.
Right. Well, some things we don't tell mama about.
What else we have here?
Next up is the big brother to the SPR Mod 1. This is our AR-10 Mod 1. This is the prototype we had out here at Shotshow. This is the 308 version. Is a mid-length. We will have a rifle length gas system, so it'll be even longer.
Barrel length on this is what?
The barrel length on this one is 16 inches.
Okay.
The rifle length will take any of the 20-inch barrels or
same
24-inch.
Same M4 ramps and all the rest of that?
Yes.
Okay.
And also, when you buy the kit for this, same with the SPR Mod 1, the M15 version, the rails are, they're the same length. So if you have one kit and you buy an extra rail pack, they're interchangeable between the AR-10 and the M15.
All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us, and we'll be in touch about one of the 30s.
All right.
Take care.
You too.
Well, 1911s, we love them, but this one's a little unique. It's a dedicated 22 1911 by Chiappa. It's a model 1911-22. So everything operates as a 1911, but the barrel, feed, magazine, all 22 long rifle. Let's give it a little run. Okay, slide drop. Now we had a short cycle there. All right, that was clean. Let's give it an honest try with straight run here. Yep, short cycle. Well, it's a lot of fun to shoot, but it seems like it could use a little bit of tuning up or maybe a little bit ammo sensitive. We want to try this one a little more extensively, and I'd like to see what Bob and Ken have to say as well.